Starting a 30-day workout challenge. Hi, good morning and welcome back to the YouTube channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Matt, and this is my weight loss journey. Back to the channel. Today, we're going to talk about something just a slight different, as it is still pertaining to weight loss. That is counting calories. Why should you count calories? What's it good for? Is there a reason to count macros? All of those things I'm kind of going to glance over today, but if you would like to learn more, just hit me up in the comments. I'm always willing to talk about my diet, what I do, where I started. My journey is your journey. We're in this together, so don't feel like you can't ask questions. Obviously, I'm not an expert. I'm not a doctor. I'm also still kind of big. But I am down from a very big number to a not so scary big number. So not that qualifies me for anything. I'm just letting you know that I'm coming from a place of self-experiment. Okay? So counting calories. Why should you count calories? Personally, I count calories to hold myself accountable for the amount of food that I put in my body. So I know that if I go have that candy bar, that's wasted calories. Say, Matt, why should I count calories? What's good about counting calories for me? And I would say accountability. It's going to hold you accountable for what you put in your body, which is something we talk about all the time. All the time, holding yourself accountable, being accountable, accepting the accountability. It's your body. You have to fuel it the way it needs to be fueled. And if you're not counting your calories, you're probably doing yourself a disservice. Please, if you haven't started counting calories, do so. I know there are a lot of diets that tell you not to count your calories. I have a few friends that do a keto style diet and they don't track their calories. I don't know why they don't track their calories. What is the harm in knowing exactly how many grams of fat you put in your body, how many grams of protein you put in your body, how many grams of carbs you put in your body? All of those things are important because then you can adjust your diet to what makes you feel best. And that's another reason why I count my calories. I count my calories so that I get the big picture macros. I know that I had X amount of protein, X amount of carbs, and X amount of fats. And if I have a day where I feel kind of crappy afterwards and I don't have the energy that I have normally, well, I probably won't eat the way I ate that day. And it's nice to look at that day and go, okay, to avoid eating like that, all I have to do is not eat this. Okay? Or on the other hand, if you have a day where you feel great and everything you eat makes you feel better, you lose weight over time, obviously it's not going to be instantaneous, but you're losing weight, you're feeling great, well, replicate that diet. Replicate those meals every day or those macros every day. It's just going to make you feel better. It's going to hold you accountable. Or if it's making you feel worse, you can make changes. Now, the reason I started to talk about this is because I had started to feel worse. I wasn't feeling the same amount of energy I had in the morning, and my workouts were struggling. A lot of things I was doing were suffering throughout the day. I was tired, dealing with fatigue. So I looked at my diet, I looked at how many calories overall I was eating, and I realized that it's probably too low. So the last few days, I don't know, that first day where I missed the video, that was the day I decided I needed to change my diet. Yesterday I came back, I felt a lot better. So what did I do? Number one, I upped the amount of water that I started taking in. I felt like that I probably wasn't getting enough water. Water does a lot of good things, but for me, I was feeling really creaky. I know I've used that word before and it probably doesn't make sense, but I was feeling joint, not pain, but like it was harder to move my joints, if that makes any sense. So I upped my water, number one. I was feeling really lethargic through my workouts, and I was getting really tired throughout the day. So I decided to add in some more carbs, not a lot more carbs, but I realized that the grams of carbs I was taking in per day were probably too low for what I was trying to do, considering that I work out every single day, twice a day. I needed more fuel. It's hard to fuel those workouts on nothing. So I looked at my diet guide, my MyFitnessPal, and I broke down what I was doing, why I was fatigued. So I upped a few things. Now, before I was trying to take in between 16 and 1800 calories every day. Now, for a guy my size, that's really tough. But for the first month or so, everything was going really well. Because I was supplementing, I was having such a high protein count that I actually didn't ever really feel hungry throughout it. But as I've started to lose weight, my body needs more protein to keep it from getting more DOMs. So that's delayed muscle soreness. But I was getting that really bad. And I was getting it before I was going to sleep. My DOMs was setting in like 40 minutes after my workout. And it wasn't because I was being inactive. I mean, I have a toddler. I'm constantly chasing my toddler around throughout the day. So it wasn't because I was doing my workout and then becoming completely inactive for the entire day. It was because I wasn't eating properly. If you're not eating properly and you have the relationship I have with food isn't great. It comes from a lot of things in my childhood where I overate. I overfed myself ridiculously. When I was smaller, I would go to my grandmother's house for dinner because they ate early and they lived right across the street from us. And then I would saunter myself across the street to eat dinner with my family. Why? Because I was a stupid kid and I didn't know any better. And my parents didn't really know. My grandma, she just assumed that I was going home and, getting ready to go to bed or whatever. She didn't know that I was eating at her house and then coming across the street eating again. Otherwise, they would have shut that down for sure. It's funny to look at my relationship with food and see where it is. And some of the problems I still have with making sure my health is right is still tough because I have those urges. But anyways, count your calories. Stick to what your plan is. Whatever you decide your plan is, whatever fits you best, make sure you're tracking it. It's important to track it. Even if you're not tracking to see the calories, just track the foods to see what feels good, Why not? We have all of this technology at our hands. Use it. Use the technology to make yourself feel better, to make your days better. Okay? It's why we do it. It's why we have the technology. Okay, so let's get into the meat and potatoes of why we're here today. A lot of you are here just to see my number. It's going to be right here. Boop, boop. And that number today is smaller than it has been in quite some time. We're down to 322.6. Does it say 6? I think it's 6. 322.6. I am so proud of this number. I have worked so hard to get here, and it feels really, really good to have a number that doesn't have a 3 and then a number either a 3 or bigger next to it. And it's taken a long time to get here. So I just want to take a second to really appreciate how much work it's taken. So second over, now we got to get to work, okay? Just because I'm where I am doesn't mean that I'm going to become complacent. You still got to work really hard. And because that number is shrinking. And because that number is shrinking, not always daily, but it is going down. How can that not energize you? How can that not get you ready to go, right? All right, so remember, track your calories. If you're tracking your macros, know what the macros are that you're tracking. Those would be your proteins, your carbs, your fats, and know what your range is grams wise that you want to take in. Those are all very important things. Also, we say this all the time, don't drink your calories. If you have to have a pop and you don't have to have a pop. Have something with no calories. If you need to have something sweet, I recommend, I don't know, really there's nothing that you should be drinking that's sweet, but if you have to drink something, maybe tea, like a natural tea that you add a little bit of natural sugar to, because the tea in itself, green tea of course, is best for this, as well as coffee, but that's going to boost your metabolism a little bit. So just be careful what you put in your body. Be you, be happy. Today was a rambling video, and guess what? I'm not gonna show you my workout today again, but it's for a totally different reason. Today, I'm starting a 30-day challenge. What will that 30-day challenge be? Well, you know what? You're gonna have to tune in 30 days to find out. The only reason I'm not showing the workout is because today I actually just used that workout because I'm finishing up another personal challenge today that I've been doing, and then this is going to replace that. So it's in the morning. This workout ended up being in the morning today. It will actually be my afternoon workout once I start. So starting a 30-day workout challenge. I appreciate you, and I appreciate you people that tune in every day to see me and my weight loss journey. Know that everything, all the comments, the support, the Instagram comments, the Instagram support, everywhere that you guys support me, I appreciate it. And I appreciate everything you do for me, encouragement-wise, keeping me on track. All right, guys, well, that's going to end the video today. Obviously, no workout again because I'm starting a challenge. But know that all of the support that you give me, whether it's here, Instagram, wherever, Twitter, all the places that you guys have encouraged and support me, I really appreciate it, and I appreciate all the comments and the well wishes. Every day I get up and I do this for you guys. I appreciate you. If I didn't, I wouldn't be here. So, that being said, see you tomorrow.